Hi everyone, the Lone Wolf here with a live event report for you guys. There was a Sancha invasion in the system of Abudban, led by slave Tama-01. So right after I logged in after work, there was a mention of a Sancha live event in the live events channel in Sign Public. So I jumped in my Vexor and burned over there while joining the BTL fleet, as usual, which was very quickly done. By following the chat from the slave, it would give us around 40 minutes before it completed its mission. So I'd say around 10 minutes before that deadline, we had gathered maybe 20-30 fleet ships in the fleet in that system, with more still underway. But with the deadline so close, we decided to go in anyways, and we engaged the Sancha. At first it was a bit hectic, but basically I think we did very well on this fight. We lost some ships from what I saw on the wrecks, but nothing major. We weren't forced to retreat, and after a while, with role-playing the ECM on the wormhole, the slave or the GM basically closed the wormhole and cut off all the reinforcements, so only the super carrier was left on the field. We engaged that one and actually managed to bring it down pretty quickly. At first things seemed a bit chaotic in how the fleet was formed, and people asking how far everyone was just 5 minutes before the deadline, but it went surprisingly smoothly, including the taking down of the carrier. I don't think I really saw any ships that went into smart bomb range, and everybody followed the instructions from the FC very well. So I think it was a very nicely run live event. I'd say maybe 20-30 minutes of preparation, and then 40-45 minutes of actual combat was this live event. On the story side of things, there was not really anything special to report, except maybe one thing, that is that the mission itself that was being carried out by the Sancha was being done by a true Sancha Archduke, which is actually a special Nightmare class battleship from the Sancha with some special RP features, which makes it extra powerful. It's not part of the incursion ships from Sancha, but it's also a special version. And when we destroyed that Archduke, the true slave Tama-01 said that that was a big mistake on our part. So as far as I understand it, whatever the mission was that they were performing at that planet, it was being done by that one battleship. So it could be done by one battleship, and whatever it was they needed could also be carried by that one battleship. So that might be an interesting story element there. Might be nothing as well, but I'll keep an eye on it and I'll keep you guys posted as always. For our own perspective, I went in a Vexor, which I actually used on a previous live event. So I only had 9 drones with me, unfortunately. And my brother went for a Caracal with small missile launchers, and the idea we had was to try and see if we could do something about all those frigates that continually scram the ships. It was somewhat successful, I'd say. With my Vexor I could paint and whip the frigates, and once I did that with the help from other ships and the big alpha from my brother, they actually went down pretty well, I'd say, in this live event. So it's a setup we're looking at, and we're gonna try and maybe refine it a little bit, but I'd say it was pretty successful for such a sudden try from us to get on those frigates, which in the end does help the fleet. You know, even if you can only fly a cruiser or maybe even a frigate and you want to come to one of these live events, I'd say give it a try. All ships are welcome on these live events. So yep, this live event was actually a lot faster than what I had expected the next one to be, so we might see some movement in the storyline. I'll try to follow that myself and keep you guys up to date, and I'll see you guys next time.